All right. Happy Wednesday, guys. Welcome to our team Zoom. I'm super excited for tonight. We have a special guest, which is Nick. He is my RSM. You're going to hear my kids in the background because they're coming upstairs. I'm sorry. But that is mom life. But Nick, you're not going to be able to hear me for a few minutes. So you take it away and go ahead.
Awesome. Yeah, so my name is Nick Clark. I'm a regional manager here at Plexus. I've been with the company for a little over 3.5 years. The first 3 years I worked, well, maybe it's closer to 4 years now, actually. For the first 3 years, I worked on product management. So on the marketing side of things. So I helped launch, create, market, and strategize products. So products that I helped create were Hydrate, both flavors, lemon lime and blueberry. Um, I also helped with all the different flavors of Slim, a couple of the active flavors, and then I had a very, very small hand in Reset. I was transitioning when we were creating that product. Realized one day that I'm more passionate about people than I am research about products, and so an RSM was a perfect goal, a perfect landing spot for me. There's no better place for me than talking to you guys every day. It's truly a blessing. Without you, I wouldn't have a job. And so I am very grateful that I get to give back in small ways to you guys. And
Awesome.
yeah, that's a little about me.
I love it. Cool. Okay. So we got to have the privilege of having you on here tonight because we had some questions and wanted to focus
Yeah.
on some things with retention and everybody who is building this business. So I know you get to see the inside stuff, all the reports, all the things that happen, all the nitty gritty, the good stuff. So when somebody is kind of hesitant about sharing the business, what are your suggestions? And I know in our last meeting, you had said something about keeping it not slimy from the very beginning. And I love that. Can you explain that?
Yeah, 100%. I think far too often, especially in this industry and within Plexus, we're afraid of giving all the information up front of the fact that there is a subscription along with your welcome pack, and that there is an opportunity to make money with a referral link when you invite friends. And I think our thought process is that I don't want to tell them because I don't want to be slimy or salesy or any of those negative things, where in reality, it's the opposite. If we truly understand why we have a subscription, we can explain it to them. So let's start there. The reason why we have a subscription and the reason why a subscription is necessary for most people is that in order to get results, we need consistency, we need patience, and we need time. If you read any of Plexus's claims, none of them say magic pill. None of them say no effort. None of them say sit down and do nothing. These are supposed to help you in your life and better your life with your effort. And so let's explain that to people. Let's explain how long it takes to get results. Some people do see results in a month, some people it takes longer. But we do know that if you don't take your product with consistency, it's a lot harder to get results. So, right up front, my opinion is explain that to people, saying, hey, here's your welcome pack that we're signing up for. And once you sign up, you're automatically, signed into a subscription. And the reason why you have a subscription is because it's important to stay consistent. It's important to stay consistent over a period of time. An example I like to use is going to the gym. I clearly am not the best gym goer, but I know that if I were to go for 1 month after spending years and years of not doing anything, and 1 month probably isn't enough time to get the shredded physique that I want. And I'd have to, accept that and be okay with that. But if somebody didn't tell me that and I go with my mind thinking, okay, 1 month and I'm gonna have everything I want, I'm gonna be disappointed. So right up front, I feel like it's so important to talk about subscriptions and the reason why you're on a subscription and the reason why we're putting them on a subscription. So then for the long run, they can be supported. Are there any questions up until that point? No? Are you guys on board with that? Does that make sense? And how
Yeah.
it's kind of a different mindset is, oh, we don't want to tell them it's expensive. We don't want to tell them that it's a subscription because it sounds like, no, we do. We want to let them know all the information up front so they can make a decision. Because it's nothing worse than adding people that don't know a decision and then think that they've been tricked or duped and then leave angry. So that's the first part of it.
I
Okay,
agree. Yes, I love that.
perfect.
Cool.
And then you said moving on to the next part is business building, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I want to see a raise of hands. Who here shares the business? Some people do, some people don't. I know. I know. And those that do share the business, that's awesome. It's very good. How many of you share the business before you sign somebody up? Okay. And that's kind of the big difference. Again, it falls into that category of we don't want to come across slimy. We don't kind of come across like we're tricking them. Where in reality, it's the opposite. When we sign somebody up, we want to let them know, hey, we know these products can bless your life. We know that they can give you maybe a little bit of your energy back, maybe a less, messed up gut biome, all of these awesome benefits that we get from the products. And then say, and as well with those benefits, there's actually a possibility to make some extra money or even get your products paid for. And then something that my personality is, because of my wife. Before this, I was not this way. But now I hate when a coupon goes unused or money's left on the table, or I could have done something that I didn't because I wasn't told. And so the way you can kind of present it to them is, hey, if you're anything like me, you'd want to know all this information. We at Plexus get referral links like you see anybody have. It's not uncommon for companies to give out referral links to people, influencers, YouTubers. A lot of people have these, and you can get your products paid for if you share it with friends or family and those who are in need. So if you want to, there's a possibility to get your products paid for or even make some extra money. If you don't, not a problem. Just thought I'd bring it up to you. And that's a non-abrasive way that right up front, they know, oh, okay, well, there's potential here that I could maybe get my products paid for. Or, you know what, we have been a little strapped for cash and, the summer's coming up and we want to take the kids on vacation. It might be nice to start saving some aside. And so that's a very non-abrasive way of just mentioning it. My advice is take it person by person. And if you bring up the business and they're interested, then invite them right then to sign up and start doing the business. It all depends on the person's interest. If you bring it up very beginning and they're really not interested at all, say, you know what, no biggie. So I thought I'd bring it up. If not, I know these products are going to bless your life. And then here's a secret. If they're consistent and if they take it every day and they have results, they're probably going to share eventually. So it's just you're trying to get them up front. If you can't get them up front, wait a little bit and they'll probably come around once they start taking the products consistently. Does everybody understand that? Does that make sense, or am I sound like a crazy person?
Sounds great.
I think Marcy thinks I'm a crazy person. No, she doesn't. Okay, just kidding. And so those two tips that I try to teach everybody. Really bringing that stuff up front makes it more real, makes you more trustable. Is trustable a word?
For sure.
Trustworthy? Yeah. Hey, Kath. Yeah, trustworthy. And then the second thing that I do is a third thing, I guess, that I do is I have everybody write down on day one how they feel, how they feel, and why they decided to order Plexus. And what this does on day one is it just kind of reinforces, why am I doing this? If they're like, I signed up because Jessica asked me to, well, okay, that's a reason, but hopefully it's deeper than that. It's I signed up because I'm sick and tired of not being able to play with my kids. I'm tired of waking up tired. I want to feel better during the day. And then day 30, follow back up with them. And hopefully you're talking to them between these 30 days. But on day 30, reach back out and ask them, you know what? It's been 30 days. I'd love to hear about how things are going. It's normal to have not had big changes, but some people do. I'd love to hear about your journey and how it's been taking the products. And then just listen. And then it gives you an opportunity to talk to them again about the subscription, the importance of that, and staying consistent with products. And then on day 30, have them write down again how they feel. and then do that same thing again for day 60. And a lot of times people will read day 60 and not remember what they wrote down on day 1, and kind of be like, I wrote down day 1 that I wasn't on the floor playing with my kids, and now it's day 60 and I didn't even think about it, but here I am on the floor playing with my kids. And so those are 3 tips that I would really highly encourage every single one of you who is serious about building the business to start doing. Okay? Any questions? I love questions.
You have him. Ask questions. Take advantage of it, please.
Please. If you have a struggle point, or you have a question about why this isn't working, or how can I get better at this, or I have this one lady who I can't help, and all these things, I am yours. So please ask questions. If there aren't any questions, that's okay. I understand as well. And if you do have questions and you want to ask them later to Jessica, send them to her and she'll send them to me.
So I haven't signed anybody up in like 3 or 4 months. And
Okay.
So I haven't really been sharing officially about Plexus. I've been trying to not be salesy on my Facebook and my Instagram.
Mhm.
How do I still have people understand that it's kind of about Plexus, but it's not about Plexus? Does that make any sense?
Are you talking about your posts?
Yeah, or trying to get to them, or I don't think I'm doing as many reach outs as I should. I get real
Yeah.
scared of reach outs
Yeah.
because I don't want to sound salesy. I don't know if I'm
No,
doing a communication.
Yeah, I totally get this. So if I understood your question, there's 2 parts. How do you make your posts attract people but not sound too plexusy and too salesy? And then
Right.
how do you reach out to people and do so in a good way?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Well, there's a couple ways of answering this question. And one, we want you to be genuine to who you are. So I have a rule of 10 posts. 6 of them should be about your brand. So everybody write this down. 6 of them about your brand. 3 of them adding value to your followers, and 1 of them about Plexus. So it's the old 6-3-1 posting strategy. Okay.
Awesome.
What this does is your brand doesn't have to be anything large. I know of somebody who's a mom and her son is diabetic. And so that's become a passion of hers. So she posts a lot about childhood diabetes. I have another mom whose sons do motocross. And so she posts about motocross. Find something that you're interested in. If that's hanging out with your family, going to the park, taking pictures, getting ice cream, and your brand is your family, post about your family. People want to see who you are and what you're doing. If you're outside walking with your kids, take a picture of the kids, of their stroller, and have a bottle of pink drink sitting there, and don't draw attention to the pink drink, but just have it in the photo. Have
Okay.
it Plexus be part of your life. So when people see you and see your life, they go, she always is drinking that pink thing. What is that? She seems so active. She seems so fun. She's doing all these, not seems, she is. We don't want to be fake. She is so active. She is so fun. She's being out with her kids. And she's always, mixing up this drink or taking these vitamins and probios and all these things. And that is building your brand. And that is so important because people want to come to your page and scroll through your feed because of who you are. And it's important that you're authentic. Second, adding value. That can be anything. That can be from a recipe you found online, to a quote you enjoyed, to a Bible verse that you read that resonated with you, to you guys catching what adding value is? It can be so many things. Adding value to these posts. And what this does is the science behind the 6-3-1 posting strategy, that people read and they enjoy listening and watching who you are. And then every so often they get a value post and that uplifts them. It helps their life. Oh, I actually was looking for a banana bread recipe. This is awesome. And she says it tastes fantastic. And it's healthy. Wow, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And that makes people want to come back to your page to, one, see who you are in your family, 2, get the value that you're putting out there. And then the one post about plexus, it doesn't need to scream plexus. It can literally be, so grateful that 5 years ago, I started taking supplements to change my life. I feel great. Or it could be, and if I had suggestion, don't scream plexus in any of their posts. The 6 and 3, yes. Michelle, I'll get to there in 1 second. So with that one post, it doesn't need to scream plexus. It doesn't need to say, here's plexus, buy it right now. It can be, you know what? I didn't think that I could do hard things, and I did a 3-day reset.
Mhm.
I went without, I want to, I did this and I overcame it, and I feel so much stronger after it. And that's it. You don't need to say buy from me. You don't need to say DM me if you want to check out more. Just post about that, and that will draw people in. And so 6 is personal brand, Michelle. So that could be your family, it could be the things you like to do. Like I have a mom whose son is diabetic, so her brand is childhood diabetes. I have one who does motocross. I have one who loves to exercise with her kids. So she's like a fit mom, and that's her brand. I have a wilderness mom who, you don't have to be a mom. You can be a single woman or whatever you want, but that's, most people are moms, as we know here. And as you do those things, that's building up your side of social media. There's a second part to this that's just as important, and that's you being actively engaged in other people's posts. And I can't say this enough, and I can't repeat it enough, not plexus people. I do not want to see Casey going into Jessica's feed and blowing it up with comments and likes and just boosting up numbers. That doesn't do anything for either one of you. The algorithm thinks, oh, these both people like plexus, I'm going to keep feeding only plexus things and their thing only to plexus people. We need to get out of that. So join groups within your community on Facebook, what you're interested in. If you like gardening, join a garden group. If you like hiking, join a hike group. If you like underwater basket weaving, then you underwater basket weave. You know what I'm saying? So you want to get into these groups, and you want to add value. You want to like people's posts and leave a comment. And these comments aren't, hey girl, you should try this pink drink. It's, wow, I love your weaving technique. Could you show me more about it? And be sincere. Because as human beings, we love being validated, right? I mean, I do. I seek validation from my wife every day. And she's like, really? I don't know. Bring it. So that being said, when we add value to other people's posts, they notice us. And we're not doing this in a creepy way, but we're doing it in an organic way. You know, you make friends, you message and like their things. And as you do this, like we all do, we visit their pages. And so if we're doing that to somebody else's page, they're going to notice us. And they're going to go, wow, Casey's awesome. She's all, and I'm assuming your name's Casey because that's what it says. Maybe this is somebody else's. Okay, yes. Casey's awesome. She's always liking and commenting and being so positive in my chat. I'm gonna go check out what she's about. Oh my gosh. She also, she loves underwater basket weaving. That's where we met. She's a mom. She, what is this pink drink she always has in her posts? Wow, she looks like she's doing a lot better than where she was. And I'm gonna message her. And that's obviously an idealistic solution, but that's how organic relationships build on social media. And it takes time, you guys. This is not a start today, tomorrow you have 45 people signing up. This is, you're building your social media presence. And this is one way of doing it. A second way of doing it is finding people on your social media feed who you think can benefit from Plexus and messaging them. And that's a little old school, but that's also possible. You know, and that's if you know them and you have a relationship and you think Plexus can help bless their lives. Don't find strangers and say, hey, I need you to do this. That's creepy. You know what I'm saying? It's all about relationships. You guys kind of catching the drift? In the words of Genevieve, you get what I'm putting down? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? I think she says. right? So those are my tips for how to build on social media, and when signing people up, how to get them to stay longer and help with retention and build the business. Okay.
Yep. One question, that 10
Yep.
posts, for the week? Or is it however?
However long, just split up your next 10 posts with those things.
Okay. Okay.
If you're traditionally posting twice a day, that's okay. That's how you post. Just make sure that within those 10, they're spread out. I would
Okay.
not post all 10 in one day. That could be
Right.
a
Yeah.
lot. I'd
Yeah,
probably break it up over a couple days.
for sure. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yep. Thank you.
Are there any other questions? And that was a great question, Casey.
Ask questions.
Come on. Marcy's thinking of one. I don't think she has one. She was trying really hard. Okay, awesome. And that's okay. That's maybe the questions were answered. Maybe they don't have any right now. But if you guys think of any questions, please message Jessica and she will relay those to me and I will answer them. It could be 3 weeks from now.
I can think of one.
Okay.
All right, so I've been doing this for a while and I'm still looking for a leader or somebody to share. Do you have any tips and tricks? And I just don't have one yet and I really want one. And can you help me?
Yes. So a question that a story was told by Genevieve because she's absolutely amazing. She said, imagine this. You're at a family picnic. Your Uncle John is like, hey guys, who wants to go on a nice, relaxing canoe ride? It'll be easy. You sit back in the canoe, have a drink and just enjoy the ride. And everybody's like, yeah, heck yeah, I'm so down. Let's do it. So we hop in the back of the canoe. Uncle John is paddling along. We're enjoying it. And then all of a sudden he breaks out like 6 other paddles and throws them to you. He says, okay, guys, we're now whitewater rafting. Everybody has to paddle, 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 paddle. Hey, you're not paddling strong enough. You're not paddling. And you're like, whoa, what the heck? I signed up for a nice, relaxing canoe ride. This is not what I wanted to do. That's kind of the example of building a business. Are we building our business? Are we filling our canoe with business builders or product users only? And this is where it goes back to, are we sharing the business up front? You guys, it's no secret, business builders are a lot harder to find than product users. But guess what? It is almost impossible to find a business builder if you don't ask. Does that make sense? So it just is, that's just the way of the game. It is harder to find a business builder, but you will not find any if you don't ask. So my advice for that is find people who want to work the business. Ask them about it up front. If they say no, don't shun them. Still be their friend, still help them, have them progress along, because we need product users. The vast majority of our points on a team come from product users. And that sustainable growth is from product users. That those jumps and those consistent growths come from business builders. And so to answer your question, Jessica, ask. It's about asking people, it's about following up, it's about being involved in their lives, and it's about just being there and being in the right place to get those business builders. But you guys, they are there, I promise you. And so if you haven't found a business builder yet, they're there, they're waiting. They might be that person who you're just too afraid to ask to build the business. You never know. So I know it's probably not, there's no secret recipe. There's no do this and you will find massive success. But that is the key. Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Any other questions?
No.
No. Did you guys find this helpful tonight? Yeah.
Jess, you should have told us to write questions down.
I should have. You're right. I'm sorry.
Okay, let's do this. Jessica, next month, let's do this again.
Okay.
Okay, I'd love to sit down again with you guys. And let's this month I challenge you to enroll 5 people. 5 people. I know it's a lot. I see Luis's face, it's a lot. I know. 5 people, and try sharing the business with them when you enroll them. Okay? Let me see your hands. Can you at least try to get 5?
We're not going to try. We're going to do it. I hate that word try. We're going to
Yes.
do
I
it.
love it. Let's do it. Okay? And so guys, it does seem scary, but I'm assuming you're all here because you want to build a business. And as I'm not trying to be aggressive or mean, but if you don't want to build a business, that's okay. Save 30 minutes of your time. Don't get on the next call. If you do want to build a business, let's try. I like the word tribal. Let's give it our best effort to find those people, and then let's get on the call next time and let's discuss how it went. Oh, Nick, I was really scared, but I did it, and I didn't get 5. I got 4, or I got 3, or I got 2, and I haven't enrolled anybody in 6 months. Wow, how awesome! So, guys, this is what it is. We're putting in effort. Okay, we're getting out of our comfort zone. There's no growth in the comfort zone. And they say there's no comfort in the growth zone, but I don't think you have to be comfortable all the time. There's a little bit of comfort in the growth zone. Okay, sound good, guys?
Yes. Thank you so much, Nick. I appreciate you
Yes.
hopping on, taking time out of your day to be with us. I
Oh
really
my gosh,
appreciate
you're
it.
so welcome. I absolutely loved it. So guys, write down questions for next time, and please try this month to get 5 people. Okay,
Yes.
and I can promise you, those that take this challenge seriously and do it will find success. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your
Awesome,
time.
awesome. You guys are awesome. I'm so happy that I was able to hop on tonight. It's always fun seeing people like you. And again, I can't reiterate enough. Without you, I don't have a job. For those that don't know, my dad is Alec Clark, one of the owners. So without you, I wouldn't have a lot of my life. So I'm very grateful for you guys. Thank you for putting in the time tonight to be here. Let's make this next month the best month ever. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
Have a good night.
Thank you. See you. Bye. Bye.
Yeah.